Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome back to the Juneann Lewis True Life Story. Back on track for the Juneann Lewis True Life Story. Let's see what happened on the last show. There was a time when I was sending money to them directly. Had no clue. I was sending money to support my husband and his illegitimate child with the woman that he had this child with. Had no clue. So I'm going to tell y'all, for people who do things like that, it's not nice. Go on about your business. And y'all say, Juneann, why are you laughing? I'm laughing because I actually forgive this man. And today I can laugh. Today I can talk about it. Today I can speak about it in a different manner. Because I truly did forgive him. Well, we're back and I've got to pay some bills, as you guys know. So I must say thank you to my sponsor. My sponsor is Vitally, and Vitally actually makes fantastic products. They have a day cream, a night cream, and a facial serum that is excellent for the skin. The complete using of those is a perfect maintenance for your skin for day, night, and taking care of soggy skin and that sort of thing. I'm telling you guys, you can see the difference in my skin from using it. So thank you so much, Vitally. And please go to vitally.com. Make sure that when you do, you put in JL, that's capital JL 2020, and you are going to get 40% discount on any products that you're purchasing from Vitally. So take advantage of that. All right. So where we left off is me talking about the fact that I got the news and the man told me that my husband had a child with the other woman, right? And of course, that was a shocker to me. I mean, like, wow, I couldn't believe it that my husband would do something like that. So y'all remember the 2013 that I talked about in 2013? My husband said to me, you're going to be my wife forever, something to that effect. Well, I found out later on from the U.S. Embassy, because now I have to call the U.S. Embassy after I'm finished speaking with the man. I have to call the U.S. Embassy. So I call the embassy and I let them know, and the embassy calls me back. And to my surprise, what they tell me is that my husband had came into the embassy in 2013 and brought this child and said that the child was his wife's child, indicating me, and that I had left and went back to the States, and that this woman was the woman taking care of the child. But he was trying to get a passport for the child. And they told him no, they could not give him a passport for the child because I had to be there, or I had to send some form of proof that both myself and him are the parent of this child. Now, the U.S. Embassy is not stupid. And because they're not stupid, they more than likely know stuff like this happening. And besides, I'm pretty sure when they looked at the child and looked at the woman, they saw that these were the two parents of this child, right? So unfortunately, he did not get to bring the child. For whatever reason, he was trying to get back over, and he couldn't bring the child back to the U.S. So that was one. And then number two, the shocker that I got, is in Kuwait, because of the way the laws are there, two people that are not married or that are married to separate people cannot have children together. It's illegal. So because it is illegal now, what had to happen? This poor child was born in the house. So she didn't have a birth certificate because she was born in the house. And in order to cover up the fact that this child was born in the house, the woman had to start babysitting all the children. And that so the neighbors wouldn't know. Unfortunately, when my husband passed, they found out and they put both of them, the woman and the child, out. And the U.S. government called me and said, because this child, if it's your husband's child, you are his wife, technically this child belongs to you, which is very interesting to me because this woman has no rights in Kuwait. The way their laws is set up, it's sad that that is so. So they're saying, Miss Lewis, do you want this child? Now I'm going to tell you, I am strong. But I am not that strong. I burst into tears. I said, no, I don't want the child. However, the woman called and asked a day later if she can keep her child. And I said, fine. And I let her keep her child. I was not going to take the child, first of all, from her mother. Because to me, she had already lost the father. And this woman already had went through enough. I'm a woman. And even though what she did was wrong, I know why she was doing it. She was trying to come to the U.S. And she figured if she had a child for him, that would solidify the relationship and that he would have to bring her to the U.S. Unfortunately, God said no, he didn't want it to happen that way. And so my husband passed, and so she's left. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know where they are. Now, the big bomber. My husband is actually buried in Kuwait. He's not buried here in the United States. So, the reason for that, I asked, while this was going on, I brought in a major family member for my husband, and I asked them. I let them even be on the phone while I was speaking to the U.S. Embassy, and I asked them. And that person told me, no, because he was there, he didn't come back, let him stay there. Because his physical body is there, his bones is there, but his spirit is not there. Now, I know it's been said that I didn't bring my husband back, but no, major persons in my husband's family said, no, let it be, right? And so at the time, because there was no insurance, and they indicated it would be $9,000 to bring my husband back. I didn't have $9,000 to shell out to bring. Much less even the strength to do it for a man that I just found out was cheating on me and had a whole family, was living a separate life. So my husband is still buried there. Now I'm going to tell you the honest truth. One of these days, I would truly like to exhume his body when it's financially feasible. When no bills to pay, I don't have anything going, I would really like to bring him back. That is something I would truly like to do, because I've sat and I've thought about it. I doubt whether that lady is still living in Kuwait with the child. I don't know, maybe she is, but I doubt whether, because he was buried on American soil at an American grave. Now, even though it is the United States, Kuwait, the United States still do have places that they have for people that has happened to. And the one thing that happened, and I must thank the U.S. government for this, the person at the embassy called me and they opened the line and they let me hear the burials, and she kept sending me pictures as he was being laid, and they allowed me to say a prayer, and I actually let go of my husband at that point, and I told him that I forgave him while he was being buried, and I let it go. Now, even though I said it, it was hard. It took me a while afterwards to really understand and let go. But I did release my husband when he passed at his funeral, and they did allow me to see that. So I must say thank you to the U.S. government, to the U.S. Embassy for doing that. That did happen. Now, somebody says, Juneann, did you love your husband? I did love my husband. And somebody said, how can you love this man? He did all of that, right? I let it go and I forgave him. Because I figured out, as one human being to another, we make mistakes. And he did not get a chance to correct his. I remember there were times when he would tell me, and all of this is making sense to me now. I'm so sorry for the way, because he was not a great father. But he would tell people the way he was great. You ask my children, he was not the best dad to them. He was mean and he was ornery, and every single time he had, especially when he had the other child with the other woman, he became mean and ornery to the children. But if you ask him, I overheard him one day telling a member of his family, I just finished braiding the children's hair. Not true. Lie. So little things like that he would do. And somebody said, is that little? I consider it little, and he would tell, I just did. I finished cooking for the children. No, he didn't. He liked to cook. This is true. But there's a lot of things he lied about, but I had to let it go. And the reason that I'm saying this is because somebody needs to understand, you got to let go of these things. Husband, wife, I don't care what they've done to you. Let go. You hear me keep saying that all the time. Let go. Let them go. If you've divorced from them, divorce. Let it go. And don't feed into it. Because what God has for you is greater. I'm going to tell you. The time when I was not worrying about him, life moved on, and I was living my life and doing what I had to do. After he passed, myself and my daughter made the decision to move to Florida. But we had always wanted to move to Florida. We said, we're moving to Florida. And people said, well, why'd you shut your business down? Why'd you shut that down? There's times when you have to move from where you are and move to another location, because the time has come for you to go. My husband missed his time to come back to America. There was times, 2013, he tried it, and the man said other times he tried it, but he never continued with it. When it's time to go, go. Because you can die in a place. If it is, you don't go when you're supposed to go. Somebody need to hear that one as well. Get up and go when you have to go. And don't worry about monetary and material things. Sometimes you can say, I'm going to get that back. I know when it was time for us to go, we packed up, put our stuff in storage. And I'm going to tell you, we left and came down here to Florida and went to a hotel and stayed. Somebody said, well, you didn't have, no. We were like, when we get there, we'll figure it out. And I want to say how I know I was in the right place. When I tell you people were so nice here, I mean, like truly, everybody we met was so nice. Rita, oh, you're here, you just moved. When I tell my husband, oh, let me help you. People helped us like nobody's business. So speaking on the part of where you should, when you should leave, when you should leave. You guys remember I told you last week that I didn't get any money in Atlanta. But when I got here, with all those people that were being nice to us, somebody said to me, go back and reapply for those benefits. And the same benefits that they told me I could not get in Atlanta, within 3 months, they gave me the benefits. And yes, they did go back and make it retroactive and paid me from the time he had died. So that was the money that I came into, but not until I came here to Florida. But that's the premise of when I tell you, there's times when you need to leave and you don't even understand. You look and you see something is happening, this is happening, that's happening, you're trying this, you're trying that, and it's not working. You have a desire to go someplace and you're like, should I go to this place? Leave and go. Leave and go. Because when we were coming here, no, I had no clue that I was going to get those benefits. It wasn't until I got here and somebody else made the suggestion that it happened, right? So guys, I share to you, who's stuck in a place where they shouldn't be, where they're trying different things and nothing is happening? It's time for you to go to wherever is the next destination that you think that you should go to. Stop holding on to that house. The same, there's stuff that people do. They're holding on to something. They're holding on to a relationship that's not working out. You've been with that man for how many years and he has not married you, and he keep promising he would. My sister, leave and go do what you have to do. Go someplace else. You've been at that job, there's no promotion. You know you feel something there. It's time for you to move on. And when you move, trust me, the bigger things that God's got for you, you're going to get it, because you're busy holding on here with your hand closed. He can't give you the next thing that he's got for you. Go on to your next phase of your life. Okay? Somebody needs to hear that. I know for sure. It's been a blessing for myself and my daughter since we moved here. So I want to say, when you've got to go, go. That's number one. For husbands or spouses, wives the same way. If you're finished with your husband, finish. Don't be holding one and holding the other. No good can come of that. I'm going to repeat that again. No good can come of that. You're going to wonder why your business is, and you cause curses on the other people. Because until I'd mentally let go of my husband, things weren't even going good for me. I went through depression. I myself was here mean and honorary and didn't even know why I was. Because I was depressed. I was depressed for a long time about my husband being gone. And I couldn't express it to anybody. I didn't know. So I would just lash out and be mean and that sort of thing. But thank God that He renewed me, renewed my mind, and today I can move on with my life. So that's it, guys. I'm going to share some more with you the following week as to what happened after that and what we went through and da. But anyway, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Be blessed. And remember, living wealthy always is a mindset. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.